Hi everyone, the Mature Simmer here. My, what big tires we have. So before we jump into the work for today, let me show you what happened with the potatoes. So I just wanted to show you what it looked like with the broker agreement. So you can see here under crop sales that I've got the agreement to go ahead and get these potatoes. So all you do is basically approve that you're doing that and hit respond, and then that basically allows the broker to go ahead and move forward. And what this is basically saying that we're agreeing to deliver that amount before the end of usually the following year, but I've gone ahead obviously and delivered it all, and otherwise you pay this penalty, which is not a good thing. But that gets the agreement going, and at this point I just wait for the money to appear. Alright, so we're back here. Second day of winter actually. And we are going to move our honey finally. I know for certain there's going to be multiple trailers of it. I mean, it's been a long time since we've dealt with honey. You can hear the washers thumping away. Let's see. Always the fun here. Goodness, all right. Okay, that worked. We'll pick this up. And then the hope is, there you go, well, for a second I thought I dropped it somehow, because I'm like, what? But it's just a very quick spawn, because I'm sure it's overflowing with honey. But now I'm going to try to place this as close to the front as I can. But, you know, the intent here, as we can see, is to get pallets onto the trailer. So I'm going to see what I can do here. I'm going to push it a little bit once I get that down, because I'd like it a little bit more to the center of the trailer. So again, challenges as I'm thinking and talking. So these are always fun for commentary, which is probably why, if I'm truly honest, it's probably best if I don't give you a lot of commentary, because you know, this is what we're doing. So let's see. I think that straighten out. There we go. Again, back. Whoops. This is the same problem I had before. I'm sure as soon as I clear out, there will be another pallet. Amazingly, not instantly, but it'll be there. So I am going to load this up. We'll go ahead and, you know, give you a little time lapse of the fun here. And then we'll be back once I'm ready to move the trailer. How about that? Alright, so first load to the store. I've kind of tried to push that back one that fell off a little bit, because I was trying to get 5. So basically I have 16 pallets on here right now, as you can see, with because again, I think it's 400 liters a pallet, and there are, if there's 16, obviously 10 would be 4,000, and then we've got another 6, which would be 2,400, which gets us to the 6,400. And as you can see, another full pallet had spawned. I'd be very surprised if we get another full trailer out of this, but I'm not surprised at all that we've got this amount and more. I'm trying to remember. I think the first time I went, I think I had 10 pallets or something, so I would think I'd have at least 20. But yeah, I mean, we'd need 32 pallets. Oh boy. Well, that's never a good thing. Alright, well, time to bring my other... I wasn't really going that fast, but I don't think... Yeah, I can't... I was seeing if I could use his... use his tractor to turn me over, but I could not, so we'll go here and we'll play with Farm Simulator physics. But so I've been starting to think through what I'm going to try to do and on the fields, and I think thinking I may go ahead and plant I'm trying to think. So yeah, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to actually plant corn down where I was, because what I'm wrestling with is with potatoes I have to plow anyway. With corn I'll have to plow. And rather than creating a situation where I have to plow the entire field, I'm trying to keep one in the cycle of the the 3-year cycle. So if I can avoid planting anything on the northern end that requires plowing, I at least break that. And, the only reason I'm planting corn again is... Oh, come on. It tipped over super easy. Why didn't it just roll over that easy? Is this all that I'm going to be able to do? I don't know, I might have to detach them or something and then flip them separately. Obviously. It ain't going to work this way. They're just going to roll around. So, let me try that, and then I'll try to flip them independently. Right, well, if I can't hit this and then flip it, we're going to have a problem. Great. So all I'm going to do, there we go. Alright. Oh boy. Alright, so much for that plan. Oh boy. This is a never-ending cycle of fun. Alright, so Using the FSN telehandler, which is sometimes what ends up happening when we've got accidents. It's kind of one of the reasons the thing exists to some degree. I mean, it's certainly also to load pallets at the shop if you don't have something for that. But it struggled a bit, as you saw, but it did get it over. Because the challenge is kind of the thing of last resort is you can reset the vehicle to the shop, but you lose all its cargo. So that would mean we would lose the 6,400 liters of honey, which obviously we don't want to be doing. And just glad that worked, because as I was thinking about something with forks, because I was like, gee, that tractor of Swedes would be good. That probably would work as well, but we don't have contractor rights to his farm, so I can't get in his equipment. And then it was kind of thinking, well, my forklift's super light. I mean, I don't think it's going to work, but the telehandlers, they're kind of built for that, especially this heavier one like this, you know, but as you saw, it was already starting to kind of flip it up in a way that wasn't terrific anyway, but it kind of was a balancing act between the telehandler going down and the vehicle falling back over, so I guess I'll just have to be careful as I come through here again. But there's only a couple more turns that we need to go through to get the honey to the store. So anyway, I'll catch you back once I've got everything hooked up and I'm moving along again. Going on our journey again. I think at this point, even barring any crazy future incidents, I'm going to go ahead and deliver these, sell these off, but then I'm going to have to step away for a bit. My intent certainly is to come back and get this done, partially out of curiosity, partially out of just continuity, both for the episode and, frankly, my own nice logic of I'd like to finish the entire job, but at this point, with the gigantic amount of time wasted trying to get this thing upright and moving again, any additional time I might have had has been absorbed by that and then some. So at this point, I don't want to leave my equipment just in the middle of Misty Brook here, so I will go deliver it and get everything kind of back to the farm and get the tractor and the trailer in place, but then we'll have to come back at a later point today to continue loading the next trailer and getting everything there. So we'll see you at the sell point. I'm going to actually go ahead and sell this at the grocery mart instead of at Peavy's, because they're actually offering more at the grocery here, but obviously Peavy's right there, so it's not as if they're in two exceptionally different places. I don't know if this pallet that's a little off is going to give me any difficulty. Alright, so 5,800, but I still can't quite reach the back end here. There we go. Flip it upright. So 5,800 plus 800, so we got about 6,400, which should be correct because it was, I think, 1,041 for 1,000 liters. So, you know, not a bad payday. I mean, it's something. It's not exceptional, obviously, but we have to keep in mind that there's not a lot of, well, there's not, I shouldn't say there's not any work. Obviously, we've just spent the better part of an hour getting this stuff here, so you know, I basically am making about what I could as a contractor, about $5,000 an hour. But of course, I probably would have been certainly substantially better if I hadn't flipped the trailer. So at this point, it's empty, so I would imagine it'll be a little bit more stable. I don't have that heavy weight. But yeah, I don't know. And in theory, it looks like February might be a little bit higher, but I don't know. It's like maybe another $60 a liter, so it's not nothing, but I don't know that it's worth waiting until tomorrow to do the rest, because obviously that's not a guarantee. It's just what the price fluctuation graph is showing us. But you know, it's still money for the farm, and it's something that we can do, and probably very similar to anything else as far as level of effort for animals or anything. Because like I said, I think at this point, pigs, it would probably have to be pigs, because sheep and chickens give us pallets, and they give us multiple pallets, so we'd have that same issue of exceeding the pallet count on the ground, because I think they both give us more than 2 pallets. So I don't know that I could even just say, okay, I'll sell the bees and then I'll just go the other route, because frankly I'm not sure. You know, while I know eggs for sure are substantially more per 1,000 liters, I also think they take a lot longer to produce 1,000 liters, so and we'd obviously need to feed them, we need to do other things, so I'm going to get this back. I'm going to park it in place there. Kind of, you know, that actually worked out quite nicely for loading compared to when we had left it out here. I liked the process. There's enough room to maneuver around here that I was able to successfully do things without feeling like trees were in the way. You know, and some of it is I've got to be careful here to not pull too far forward. But I'm going to leave it here for now, and we'll return when I can. Alright, I'm back and hoping that we will get the honey finished up here, so enjoy. I'll see you in a bit. Alright, so it looks like this will be it. So, I'm gonna go ahead and get this placed. Push this on a bit. And then we'll obviously strap it in before we head out, but you can see the pallet is not full. So we are done. Not bad. So definitely kind of what I assumed. You know, another trailer full, but let's see, I'm not sure that I have. No, I do have my cables attached. That's just always potentially a problem when you come back on. So as long as I I mean, this should be okay here, but as long as I take it easy and don't turn too sharp and don't roll this thing again, I'm hoping we just have a few more minutes and then we'll be done with the work we need today, which is awesome, because I was expecting maybe another hour here, and clearly it was just a few minutes because we needed, what, 6 pallets? So again, it'll be another $2,400 or so. The grocery mart went up a little bit. It went up from 1041 to 1046, but now it's stabilized. So, but yeah, so we might get close to 20. Nah, we won't get close to 2,500, but well, maybe we will. Now that I think about it, because it's almost another 50, and so it'll be close. But yeah, let's not whip around the corner here, because we've learned our lesson before. We'll take a slow turn. There we go. But not a bad day. You know, just a little bit of work this morning. Looks like we're going to beat the snow. We've got snow coming. We can see that. I know we had some snow when we started, but obviously it dissipated. So all in all, we could have certainly had worse weather to work in. We've got probably what we typically call a crisp winter day. Sunny, nice and bright, but obviously it's winter, so not terribly warm in most cases. But yeah, this wraps up another year on the farm for at least crops, and as soon as I get my potato paid, should be in pretty good shape. It does look like we're not really going to make anywhere near as much money as the effort that we put into it is worth. So I'm working on a couple things on my farm finance sheet that I think is going to help make things a little bit clearer for profitability and so forth. And once I have all of that together, I guess I could have come in the other way, but so I went a little too far here. I'm at the map edge where you can kind of see not quite the nice, it's not a great way to get around there, is there? I think this will work. But yeah, the map just kind of drops off the edge a little bit, and it was obviously evidenced by our little tractor mishap when we were plowing. I think it was 33 up in the corner in this area here. So, but we've learned our lesson on at least things falling off, so there we go. That'll give us everything. 2511, so we did in fact get 2,500, so not bad. So basically what, about 6,400, 2,500, so very close to a $10,000 payday from our bees. Again, a long way to go to recoup the cost of the hive still, which was I think about 80,000. But they'll continue working. We'll continue working along with them and hauling honey to market. So, in any event, I think you know how I put the tractor away and everything, so I won't take any more of your time. Hope you've enjoyed this sweet episode, and I will see you next time.